For me, it's one of the mysteries. You can't really understand humility from reading a systematic theology book or a philosophy book by itself. You really have to look at people. It's a human quality. Maybe that sounds very obvious, but it occurred to me today that humility is best seen in Jesus, in what he has done. It does seem that we are constantly bombarded by inconsistencies, problems, pain, suffering, and this is a video about theology. Welcome to a video that I hope will be helpful for at least one person out there that has been thinking about these aspects of life. When we consider the scriptures, the Bible, the Old and New Testament, it's a story that shows us something of who God is. And as I go along in life, I don't know if you've noticed this as well, I try not to frame things as this is how it is. And I say that because I think Jesus defines how things are. And what I would like to kind of expand upon in this video, and maybe we'll do a poor job of it, is how can we see our life in the frame or light of eternity, and how that induces or places in us a sense of awe and humility, and how love and humility seem to be mingled together. They seem to flow together like the sunshine. It's something that we understand, light, the aspects of it, in a very minimal way. We actually don't fully understand or grasp anything really about the true nature of things, in the sense the depth and understanding of being there from how it was created. Yet Jesus does know that, and I think that's why we can be really focused upon Jesus, and that gets better and better. That makes our life, not in a material way better and better, but in a peace with God. Yeah, I look back at the scriptures and I think of Genesis, and maybe you've experienced this, the fall. The focus starts on the fall, and I think there also could be a lot of emphasis on the focus that God created humanity because he loves and wants to be dwelling in the presence of people, not because he needs to do that. And I've read a fair share of systematic theology. I don't mean to make this video like a systematic, you think this, then you think that, and then that's how you get your theology right. I'm, again, as I go along in life, looking back to what Jesus taught, and what I see in scripture is that it centers around Jesus, the story, the climax of who we are to understand. Our theology is to be based around Jesus, and I don't think we can escape that. I don't think people like Paul could ever escape the wonder and the beauty of Jesus. I think it's worth mentioning Paul because a lot of Protestant theology circles around Paul and Paul's expansion of his experience with Jesus, which is scripture, which is vital. It's a maybe slightly different way to look at the cross, that God humbled himself, and that's there in scripture. I'll put that verse below, that God himself would walk in this almost powerless place of taking all of the burden and pain and suffering and sin and terrible stuff that we do and think, and holding all that pain and dying and rising again to conquer sin and death, to free us, to give us new life, the renewed relationship that we are now sons and daughters in, that childlike relationship with God, the intimacy with the Creator once again restored. And that is overflowing like a wave of the ocean flowing into the coastline, that it will be fulfilled when Jesus returns. I've packed a lot of thoughts into that. Humility. When we look at Jesus, I hope that we can see, especially from this story that I've been focusing upon, the interaction Jesus has with the lady at the well. Would she ask for living water? It's a prompt for us all to ask God for living water in our life today. Thanks for watching this. Hope you have a moment to check out some other videos. If not, no worries. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. See you in the next one.